Y grabando, FENCast grabando, otro episodio en tiempos de cuarentena, otro episodio en vía telefónica, hoy con un artist que lo había encontrado gracias a Instagram, and it wasn't until recently that I had the time to actually just go deep into his music, specifically his EP Bedroom Artist, que se puede conseguir en Spotify. Kevin, Everything. ¿Cómo estamos, mano?
Gracias, mano. Bien. I'm good, man. How about you, man? Happy New Year's, by the way.
Sí, Happy New Year a ti también.
Gracias.
I'm doing good. A little sleepy porque anoche, for some reason, no cogí sueño hasta las 4 de la mañana, pero we're doing
No,
good.
relatable. Sí, a esa hora yo me acosté también, don't worry about it.
Damn. ¿Qué estabas haciendo?
Nothing. I was watching anime and talking to my girlfriend, and we were like talking about like this right now about the interview. Like she was so excited for me, and so yeah, it wasn't like, oh man, I'm so nervous. More like I can't wait. I can't wait for this.
Oh, God, super nice.
Yeah.
Yo era que I was watching football highlights y también estaba jugando Switch por un rato, so.
What's your favorite game?
Pues mi novia me lo regaló for like regalo de Christmas / Reyes /
Oh, bro,
Faces.
my shit.
Sí.
My shit.
Y
Good shit.
todavía estoy jugando Smash, so estamos en esa.
Good shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, jugando Smash y every now and then como bajé Final Fantasy 7, lo estoy pasando también otra vez.
Oh, yeah. It's a banger.
Oh yeah, estoy obligado. Me quería jugándolo y jugarlo otra vez is not a bad experience. Pero,
No, for real.
te pregunto, do you also have one? O,
Yeah, I do. Por eso te pregunto, o sea, yeah. Switch game.
¿cuál tiene?
Switch game.
Sí, 2020 was not a good year according to some news articles for Nintendo.
Oh, no, Nintendo is ass, ¿me entiendes? Like, Nintendo are horrible people. Like, they don't give a shit about us, But the hardware, the Switch, como tal, that's when you separate the art from the artist.
Exacto. That's a perfect example. Yeah.
But yeah, no. I'm a big, huge Smash Brothers fan, ¿me entiendes? Not just the Ultimate, like the Melee, the GameCube. That's been my shit with my friends. I love playing that. That's like our favorite game to play together.
Super nice.
Yeah.
¿Cuál es tu main en Melee and your main on Ultimate?
And Melee, like I didn't play, because when I did a GameCube, that was like 2005, 6, cuando yo le metía, I didn't know that you play that shit, because I was like, yo estaba en segundo, tercer grado. I didn't know you played that shit competitively. Yo usaba like, I think Pikachu with the Walt Disney hat, with the magic hat, whatever. But ¿me entiendes? Para ese tiempo I didn't know. Ahora como sé, like, the best ones, or the best characters, the meta characters, as you will. Yo jugué hace poco, like, en la universidad, like, I love Marth. That's always been my, stories. Have always been my shit.
Super nice.
Y en Ultimate, pues, yeah, like, Marth y Wolf.
Oh,
Y Cloud.
shit.
I love Cloud.
Dude, Cloud is the shit.
Yeah, obligado.
I don't play it competitively, pero cuando mi GameCube funcionaba, RIP, mi main era cheesy, pero Mario, o si no, pues me iba con Link o Marth y Roy.
Okay. Oh, man.
Y ahora en Ultimate, como todavía estoy jugando el Adventure Mode, pues switcheo entre Marth, Roy, Link y Ryu.
Oh, Ryu. What about this? I love combos and shit, like, they're real. Because yo traté, man, and that, ¿me entiendes? Eso hay que meterle mano.
Yeah, a veces me salen así randomly, pero...
Yeah, está cabrón. I'd rather just smash.
Yeah,
like, sea lo que Dios quiera.
Or either Smash or los specials, el Shoryuken o toda la pendeja.
Yeah.
A veces me tiro, trato de experimentar con otros personajes who I didn't even know existed,
Mhm.
como Chrome, creo que se llama el cabrón ese.
Ah, Chrome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, like nobody. He used to be. He's actually pretty good, but like, I get you rather use, you know, en cuanto a sorties like that Roy, you know, Lucina. You know, there's
Mm,
like better, even Ike. Then there's like better like options. So
yeah,
he's
yeah,
fucking strong as fuck. Like literalmente si te cogen like a string, you're dead. Like he's
yeah,
very strong.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Uno que in the past I didn't like as much, pero en Ultimate se siente diferente es Donkey Kong y me gustó usarlo mucho también.
Oh, Donkey Kong is so fun. Like es una like the way a Donkey Kong dittos, like todo el mundo usando Donkey Kong es solo una explotadera. That's like the most fun you can have in Ultimate.
Yeah, yeah,
Literalmente. It's so fun. I love DK.
yeah. A veces uso Cloud porque... Pero como no estoy acostumbrado todavía, pues no lo uso mucho, pero Cloud me gusta también.
Oh yeah, Cloud is so smooth both sides. Like once you know, ¿me entiendes? Cómo sale and all that, it's like you know what you're gonna do, like chess, like 3 steps ahead. Ya tú sabes lo que vas a hacer.
Yeah, ya está como Wu-Tang Clan ahí.
Literally.
Now, getting Smash out of the way
Yeah.
y smoothly mentioning Wu-Tang and going into music. Let's
Mhm.
talk about you, man. First off, yo te presenté ahí brevemente, pero talk to me about, who are you y how did you get into music?
Well, ¿me entiendes? As you may know, I go by Kevin Everything. I started making music 2016, and it was just I never. The plan was never me to be like record myself, and I don't know how you may classify me as a rapper, singer, whatever, right? I never that wasn't the plan, being like rapping or singing or whatever. Like I was just making beats, and entonces Maria came, and eso fue un atraso because that's when I just started to buy equipment for my like home studio en mi cuarto and shit. Y pues obviamente like, no tuvimos luz for like por lo menos yo 3-4 months. Y in the process of every day like no había luz, like te iba a dormir like at 8 because there's nothing else to do. And I just wrote, ¿me entiendes? Yo empezaba a escribir like almost every day. And funny enough, like I wouldn't say like they're my biggest inspiration, but what literally like pushed me to be like, oh, you know what? I want to be a fucking producer. Only I can be whatever I can be an artist. I can not limit myself, ¿me entiendes? To be like one thing. I can be like a lot of things. Okay, that's by the way, that's how my artist name came about. Because it's very hard to come up with a good artist name. Like it's very hard. Like I don't know how people, entiende like le llegan unos nombres bien cabrones, and I'm like Kevin, fuck. So it's very hard.
Uh-huh.
So entonces literally it came about that como que I can be, and I believe everyone can be everything they want. Entiende? They can be everything, literally, but obviously it's up to that person to figure out, to find out what is their everything, like what is their everything, what are they willing to do to get there, to accomplish that everything. Y pues, en este caso, my everything is music. Music is my everything. I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but yeah, that's how my artist name came about. And at Brockhampton, by ese tiempo 2017, they just like popped out, and then they blew up. And it was pretty cool, that concept of, and that's not the first time you see it, obviously, because a group of friends making music, dropping, Odd Future, que un ejemplo más, relacionado a ello. But it was more about like, ¿me entiendes? They just started, ¿me entiendes? They were in their house and they just make music, no había like nada más que hacer, ¿me entiendes? Everything came after. But that was very inspirational for me. Oh, you're like, damn, like I can really do whatever the fuck, and that's when I was like, all right, I'm gonna be an artist. I'm gonna be like not just a producer. I want to be like, at the start this process of developing and being an artist, and then like recording, comprar micrófono and all that. Pero yeah, that's how. And now fast forward now, pues, now we're here, an interview with Fen.
Super nice, super nice. Me encanta que explicaste el origin de tu nombre, because I was precisely gonna ask you if it had a meaning, y también te iba a preguntar de hecho if it was inspired by Kevin Abstract. Pero
Well, yeah. So technically, yeah, Kevin Abstract. Okay, by the way, fuck him, because his name is not even Kevin.
Uh-huh.
and that's that's one of the dopest names, Kevin Abstract. And I was so pissed when I found out his real name is not even Kevin. I'm like, cabrón, tú no me diste break entonces. I could have come up with that. so now I'm like, I go Kevin everything, whatever. Right?
With peace and love, and love.
No, but he's amazing, bro. I actually listened to him first. Entonces, but funny enough, when I finished listening to his album, at the American Boyfriend, para ese tiempo, estaban releasing singles for Saturation 1. So I'm like, I discovered him, entonces after I discovered his group, yo como que anda por carajo, cabrones, bro, they're insane. So it was like, rápido, corrido, todo. Y al momento, entonces literally a week after they dropped Saturation 1, so I was like there for the whole ride. And it was a great time, honestly.
Yeah.
No, además de María, but like 2017 was dope in the sentido musically,
Yeah. Ya que estamos hablando de Brockhampton un poco, su último proyecto fue Ginger, ¿verdad?
¿Perdón?
El último proyecto de ellos fue Ginger, right?
Yes.
Do you think they're gonna release something ahora en 2021?
Oh, for sure. Like, de hecho, yo creo que ellos subieron un video el otro día, like, with a snippet. So they're gonna drop soon.
Oh,
yeah, they're gonna drop soon. I wasn't like a big fan of Ginger. I don't know. Like, it was weird. Cause it was like good. It wasn't bad. But like, it didn't have something that made me come back to it. Like, I haven't listened to it since like, I don't know, since the que salió type shit. So,
no, ya que también comparándolo con la Saturation Trilogy, pues no es como...
Oh, yeah, it's difícil. It's bien difícil to top that. I feel like, it was different. Y obviamente al perder la Mir, que eso, una situación. Pero de hecho, it's funny, man, because para ese tiempo, like, I was very active on Twitter, ¿me entiendes? I was like a Brockhampton stan, whatever. As everyone was by the end in 2013. And my favorite was Amir, because his rapping was immaculate. Like, his voice, and everything about it, ¿me entiendes? Like, so one time I tweeted out to him, and me daba retweet like a cada rato. Entonces one time I tweeted out to him, like, oh, I want to rap, like, at Amir Van. And then he quoted, he was like, rap like yourself. And yo, huh? I guess I will, Amir Van.
Super nice.
Yeah. So, but Amir, it's sad. I guess we never know what really happened. But other than that, he's great musically. Cuando él me dijo eso, I was very happy. Because I feel like it was a sign. Para ese tiempo, it was before Maria. So, like, para ese tiempo, I was, like, figuring out, okay, damn, I don't know if I should record music. I don't know if I should record myself and be, like, more than just a producer. So, that right there was one of the things, like, the big step forward and, like, okay, I'm a fucking, rap, sing, whatever. Because Samir said I could.
Gotcha. Super nice. Ya que estamos hablando como que pues some inspiration, influences, Brockhampton was one of them. Y yo escuchando Bedroom Artist, noté diferentes sonidos, entre ellos pues hip hop, alternative music, Alternative music meaning like alternative
Yeah,
rock,
yeah.
alternative hip hop,
Sí, sí, sí.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Note muchos synths near the end of the project. A little bit of electronic influence too, a little bit of acoustic music as well, pop music. So encompassing all those sounds can be difficult, but you managed to do it in a very well balanced manner. So te pregunto, are you by any chance a Gorillaz fan, or have you ever studied their music?
It's great. It's funny that you. I love Gorillaz, and I'm not like the biggest fan, but I love them. And growing up, their songs was like on almost every 2K game, like on NBA 2K, yes, and like a lot of video games, and also like on movies, series, también. So it's like, um, so when I was recording, uh, running, que for me that's my favorite song, of bedroom artists. When I was writing that verse, I was like, I want to make myself sound like fucking Gorillaz, like that radio-ish type, como que under the cut filter, que como que no se escucha clear, but it's like coming out of a radio, out of a telephone. And then so I was like, ¿me entiende? Finding ways so I can make my voice, edit my voice into that, because that's how I felt. Like, while I was writing that verse, I was like, this has to sound like that, like, because if I say it with like clear, like it wouldn't hit for me at least. So yeah, like yo rápido empecé a buscar like tutorials and force myself to like learn and tweak more de lo que ya usualmente hacía, just to get my voice to sound like that. Yeah, but like a lot of people told me the same thing. Oh God, like your voice sounds like the gorilla, like the gorillas. And like, yeah, exactly, because that's what I was going for. Like that filter, that effect, it adds a lot to a song, to your voice, because it's more than just an effect. It's like está contando algo that is very like personal, and adding that effect on it is like, se deja ver que como que it's not like a normal verse. It's like something that it's hard to, but for me at least, since it was like a personal-ish song, it was hard for me to like record, y qué sé yo. So like adding that effect, como que se no, como que like I es seguro para mí, like adding with that effect on it. But if I didn't have that effect, like I wouldn't have recorded or added to the EP, because it's like tapando. It's like cuando tú, like when you were little, you did something wrong, and you just like hide in the corner. Y like te preguntan, ¿tú hiciste eso? And you're still hiding in the corner. You're like, sí, sí lo hice. It's something like that, basically. Como que ya me estoy desahogando about personal issues and whatnot, pero escondido. And that's the filter is about.
Gotcha.
So gorillas are amazing.
Indeed they are, indeed they are. Y también lo digo, además de por la voz, por la manera en que balanceaste los sonidos, o sea, that's something that Gorillaz does very well, especially in projects like Demon Days y their first album, que estaban como que experimentando con todo un poco.
Lo que fue Gorillaz y Tame Impala were like huge influences by the EP.
Gotcha.
I love Kevin Parker. He's like one of my favorite artists. Like synths, all that, like drums. That's all him. And then like I was like, because by the time salió the Slow Rush, and that's my favorite album del año pasado. And I was like, damn, bro, the people like he always, you can argue if not that's like his best or whatever, but like at least the story he was telling through the album, like the drums and the synths, because like obviously, lyrics are very important to a song, but like the ambience, like the beat, the instrumental that you use to go along, like por eso like there were some times in an EP donde yo dejaba like just instrumental play out. It was like like it go hand in hand with the lyrics. Because I didn't have to say anything else more, ¿me entiendes? I'm gonna just let the beat ride and then it goes along with it. So yo aprendí mucho eso de Tame Impala. Como que like they let and not just them, not just him, but like all of my favorite artists también. Sometimes they just let the instrumental talk, and then that tells the story by itself.
Yeah, de hecho, ya que mencionas eso, I was gonna ask, porque rápido pensé, no sé si porque pues en estos días pues subimos la noticia de he passed away, R.I.P. MF Doom.
Right.
Te quería preguntar y, o sea, él hacía eso, como que a veces terminaba los versos and he would just let the sound collage tell the rest of the story. Was he also an influence on the project in some weird way?
I'm glad that you mentioned it because I was gonna like MF Doom, but no quería because he wasn't like a big influence. Because I'm just to be, I'll be honest, como que yo obviously it's like one of those things. Como que when someone is a legend, impeccable, pero you like never dive in that deep into his. I never like dive in deep into his music para ese tiempo. But after that, because after Bedroom Artist, I was focusing more on production, or like I was trying to get better on production, like drums, making my own drums and all that. And obviamente, like para ese tiempo empecé a escuchar Anderson .Paak mucho más, pero yo no escuchaba mucho. Anderson .Paak, Madlib, Madlib beats, a lot of like hip hop influence. Because Anderson .Paak, like he's not, obviously he's not like a rapper, but like the beat selection, his instrumentals are so rich, and you're like, damn, I want to do something like that because it sounds rich as fuck. It sounds pretty fucking great. Y pues, pues poco a poco, ya yo escuché algunas canciones de Doom. But never, I didn't like diving in completely to an album hasta que escuché Food, Food, I don't know how you pronounce it, but hasta que escuché that album and I was like, holy fuck, like every fucking beat is insane. Entonces después escuché Matt Delaney y que ni se diga, ¿me entiendes? Ni se diga of that album. And then it's insane how the beat went with him, ¿me entiendes? Ellos se cogían de la mano and just skipped along through the beach, the sand, the sunset, beautiful sunset, and Isla Verde. It was, and Doom was, man, it sucks, man, because, it's one of those things that you don't think that he's gonna, go. You think that he's gonna be forever. It's like Kobe. You never expect him to just leave. He's one of those people that you expect him to live forever. ¿Me entiendes?
Yeah.
And seeing obviously Kobe's death, it fucked me up. He was my favorite basketball player of all time. Y ahora seeing Doom died, even though he wasn't as important, he wasn't one of my favorite rappers, qué sé yo, pero he's the reason why my favorite rappers are, ¿me entiendes? Like, he influenced the whole generation. People, rappers used to rap over samples, but he made it cool for me.
Y también
he made it.
He was so literally the definition of smooth like butter, como que.
Oh man, tostada, papi. Host. He was so amazing, man. Like, and I hope he knew that people loved him, because ever since his passing, like, a lot of love, and not like when someone passes away, you're going, oh yeah, let's listen to him, because no, it wasn't like genuine love del mundo, like sharing their favorite moments, videos. It was the timeline on Twitter was like pretty, like it wasn't like sad. It was sad, obviously, but I'm not being going celebrating him for real. Going to get people like sharing their experiences and the love for him, and that's when you know that he literally was your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Okay, he was on top, man, and he deserved his flowers. So I really hope that he knew how much he meant to us, because if it wasn't for him, like, most of our favorite rappers wouldn't come about, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. O sea, el vivo ejemplo que me viene a la mente ahora mismo es somebody like Earl. Like,
Yeah, exacto.
te
Earl,
escucha.
Tyler, Freddie Gibbs, like, especially Earl, because like, obviously, like, the comparison is there between them, always. Tyler, Tyler, obviamente, like, he's more of a, he went more experimenting, because he loves chords and all that. He loves synths, chord progressions. I think that's what he always loved. But he loved Doom as well. That's how he started rapping también. But Earl always kept it like there, ¿me entiendes? Like rapping, samples, and the comparison was always there in between him and Doom. So
Yeah, o sea, te escuchas some rap songs by él y eso es como
yeah, it's
su.
there.
Eso es
So,
literalmente como su Matt Villainy in some way.
yeah, I love some rap song. But I mean, that's like his best album. He went so fucking crazy on that. But I mean, like, I don't understand why people like shit on it. I don't know, because it's Earl. You can't. I mean, obviously Doris was amazing, and I don't like shit. I don't go outside también. Pero some rap songs, it's like that. Es como que butter toast. Okay, he doesn't. Todas las canciones under 2 minutes y pico. He said what he had to say over crazy samples, and like, you can't hate him for that. Because he was going through a lot in that album. Lo hizo. He talked about it. I think the samples represent that. Because a lot of people were like, oh, it's not mixed right. Oh, he sounds. But that's the point. Because that's how he was. That's how he was feeling ese tiempo. That's what people don't realize. Okay, when you're making music, you don't want to make an artificial version of how you're feeling. You want to try to make exactly what you're feeling, sea lyric-wise, sea production-wise. But ese cabeza, like, the sample was like louder than him, because if you listen to the lyrics, a veces he was talking about things que son, comparado to that, como que like overcrowding and overwhelming sensation. That's what makes, that album very special. Como que like him speaking his truth, desahogándose over the correct beats, over the correct instrumentals and shit. So Earl is great. In verdad, like, yeah. Como que mira Mavi también. I don't know if you recognize, si sabes quién es Mavi. Pero Mavi is like, because Earl has like this collective thing where there's a lot of artists, you can say rappers / artists, singers, como que en su círculo de, it's like a circle. Está él, está, I think, Rock Marciano, Mavi, entre otros. Alchemist también está parte de eso.
Mavi no sabía, pero imagino que te refieres al grupo este de underground boom bap artists que están como que haciendo very experimental.
Yeah, exacto, yeah. Mavi en 2019, I think it was, that he dropped his album. It's an amazing fucking album, right? It's literally speechless. Literalmente sample, like, he he sounds like Earl un poco, pero that album is insane, like, sample wise, like rapping bars, it's crazy. Y pues, también él, and he's a product of Earl, basically. Entonces Earl is a product of Doom. Yeah, but that's how far it goes, and then that's how deep it goes, when it comes to like the influence de Doom ahora. Because a lot of rappers ahora están, they're going with the, instead of like, because there's always gonna be rappers who wanna like trap beats or whatever. Like, me meto pelco y me pongo en cuatro, whatever the fuck. But there's a lot of kids like menor que yo, around like 16, 17, like over samples, rapping boom bap. It's insane, and that's beautiful to see. Like it's beautiful to see that because not shooting on trap because I love trap music. I love Uzi. I love Cardi. ¿Entiendes? But it's different when you know that the artist cares about it. Not saying the trap artists don't care about their music, because a lot of them do. But when it comes to rap, boom bap rap, it's different because they're young as shit, and they they know what's popping. They know that que lo que the likes, por decirlo así. But they're like, no, like I want to rap over samples.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
That's a beautiful thing to see. So MF Doom is obviously a legend, an icon, one of the greatest of all time.
Obligado. Además de the obvious Earl Doom como que album that you would have liked to see, would you have liked to see him do another collab album with another artist? Yo por ejemplo,
Dime, perdón.
Yo por ejemplo, like, él tuvo creo que una que otra canción con un Flylo beat, pero un Flylo Doom collaboration hubiese estado cabrón. O me hubiese gustado haber visto. This is a weird combination, pero Eminem back when he was Slim Shady. Con Doom siendo the villain, you had both villains right there.
That would have been crazy, actually.
Yeah, it would have been interesting. Minimal interesting.
Over Dre beats? Yeah, that would have been crazy, actually.
Yeah.
A mí por lo menos, Flylo puso el otro día on Twitter that he was actually working on an EP with him.
Yeah,
and that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And that sucks, man, because that would have been insane. But me salieron recommended in YouTube, the weird ass recommended videos a veces que te pone YouTube. Like, mira, this how you fill a cup of water. Y tú abres el video anyways, because like, I've never seen that shit before. It's one of those recommended videos that you just cannot like watch it. ¿Entiendes? You have to watch it, pues si no se te olvida, no te va a aparecer nunca. So era esto, decía como que whatever, it's like a 50-second video. Y es como que whatever Doom thinks about Kanye. And I get it for you, and para que say about Kanye is my favorite artist ever.
Yes.
Like, he's my, he's my, musically, my inspiration. Like, musically, he's like, we can talk about that another time. Pero el punto del video, like, sale, like, la pregunta soy like, if you want to work with someone, have a collab album, who would you, con quién sería? It was like, like, I don't really listen to, like, the new cats, of the hip-hop, ahora, whatever. But I would love to make, like, not collab album with Kanye, like Kanye rapping. No, Kanye making the beats and Doom rapping. And I'm like, that would have been fucking insane. That would have been fucking insane. Honest.
La gran pregunta sería entonces, asumo que esto fue back in graduation, late registration.
Sí, se veía bien viejo el video.
So tendría que haber sido como que soul sample, yeah. Entonces,
yeah, for real.
That would have been very interesting.
Sí, mano. Sí. Y hasta recientemente con lo que hizo con Nas, like those beats. No, picha Nas, Pusha.
Yeah, Daytona.
Con Daytona, like, if Kanye would have tapped in like that, a mixture of him, in late registration / college dropout con Doom. Oh, man.
¿Cómo tú crees que se hubiese llamado? Yay Doom? Bear Doom?
Yeah, no sé, J Doom. I mean, de todas las mezclas posibles de sus nombres, yo creo que ese sería el único, like, pasable.
Yay Doom, Easy Doom, no sé.
J Doom. J Doom would have been nice.
Yeah.
Or MF Doom versus Kong, I don't know, some shit.
Yeah. Oh, man. Would have been very interesting.
Same, man.
R.I.P. the legend.
R.I.P. man, the GOAT. All caps when you see the name.
Obligo. R.I.P. King Ghidra. Now that being said, Uh, when listening to bedroom artists, como dije, la variedad de música me intrigó mucho. So, un artista que también estaba haciendo eso late in his career, RIP to him too, fue Mac Miller. So te pregunto, was he also an influence, indirectamente or not?
Yeah, man. The and I don't want this to seem like I'm comparing deaths or anything. But of course, oh man, Mac, it sucks, man, because Mac literally, oh man, he was tapping into his, his true form. He was like, it's like he found him, and then he found his sound. He found what he was looking for musically, at least. When Swimming dropped, right? When Swimming dropped the same day as Astroworld, and obviously, like, who wasn't excited for Astroworld, right? But I listened to Swimming first, cause with everything that went, que pasó con Mac before then, and when Self Care dropped, they were like, damn, like this album's gonna be different, and it was. And Mac, for me, man, he's one of my favorite ever. And when he passed, I was like, I couldn't believe. I was with my homies at a Wendy's, and like I literally I dropped my fucking nugget de la boca, and I just couldn't believe what happened. I saw TMC. Yesterday, I'm like, there's no way. But Mac, it's like un ejemplo, bro. Es un ejemplo a seguir en cuanto, like, because there's nothing, nadie podía decir nada malo de él. No one. Everybody had great memories with him. Everybody saying that he treated them with, nice, with respect. It was always a fun time with him. And musically, he was one of the hardest working artists que hay. Está siempre metido in the cave type shit. So, yeah, Mac was, he was great. I always tap into that, like, you see it with my friends, we always talk about him. And we always sing his songs. We were like, oh, like Mac, that sounds like a Mac. When I'm working on something, one of my best friends tells me, oh, that sounds like a Mac beat. And then inconscientemente, because obviously you're not gonna, like, a propósito, make a Mac Miller type beat is on YouTube. But when you work on something, entonces te dicen, bro, this sounds like Mac. I'm like, yeah, I feel like that, y eso es algo que está en mí, because his music really helped a lot, and especially after Swimming in Circles, and and how affected, like, I was very affected by his passing. Like, it's like you lost someone, like, close type shit, and I felt like that's how everybody feels when he passed away. Going like, damn, like that wasn't supposed to happen. So yeah, Mac was very también, like, influenced, not just in bedroom artists, but like, más seguro I can drop something tomorrow and people in más seguro alguien va a decir, oh, like, sounds like Mac. And I feel like that eso es algo que se queda ahí, like, forever, because I always say to myself, lo he dicho ya par de veces, like, oh my god, either when it's his birthday or whatever, like, everything I'm doing, like, it's, it's for you type shit, como que, musically, like, being a better person than you was yesterday, like, everything, not just musically, just like as a person. Because the point of everything is to be better, is to be a better you and to improve, ¿entiendes? So, he was a great example of that. So musically, yeah, and that's gonna be like that forever, yo creo. So Mac is literally one of my favorites of all time, for sure.
Gotcha. R.I.P. Malcolm.
R.I.P.
We've talked about some of your inspirations and influences, pero Any others that you would like to mention that we have not talked about?
Do you say like inspirations in general, or like and like when making bedroom artists?
In general, in general.
In general, well, Frank
Francisco
Ocean,
Oceano.
yeah, Frankie Rio.
Frankie.
Eh,
Frankie Cuerpo de Mar. Cuerpo de Mar.
no, yeah, no, Frank. Okay, Kanye and Frank are like my top two artists.
Ooh. So now
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
gonna bring
como que, yeah,
that's gonna bring a good question, ya mismito.
yeah, like ellos dos, it's like them two y like un espacio en blanco, not that big, un espacio en blanquito. Entonces like everybody else.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Ellos dos are like, ¿me entiendes? Frank más bien es Kanye, like in the musical side, y un poco of his personality en cuanto a like, oh, you shouldn't be afraid to do whatever the fuck you want to do type shit, like, just believe in yourself, whatever. You know, musically ni se diga, because who wouldn't want to make music similar or, you know, better than what he's made his whole career, right? Frank, just like how he makes you feel with the music, ¿entiendes? Like, eso mismo, lo que estaba hablando ahorita de an instrumental, a beat, telling the story or making you feel that type of way, whatever the artist intends to make you feel with a beat. That's him. ¿Entiendes? That's a prime example of that. With Blonde. Blonde is my favorite album of all time. Because I exactly know what I was doing, or where I was, what I was going through, etc. when I heard it. And I cried I'm not afraid to say it, man. I cried multiple times to Blonde. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have cried también.
I still am, confía.
Oh, man, ya mismo me toca. No escucho Blonde in 2021, pero maybe after this is over, maybe I'll escucho and I'll cry a little. Y te tiro que bro, I just cried. No, but like that's exactly what music is about, man. It's like making you feel, like translating a feeling through music, not just lyrics. Obviously lyrics, and obviously his voice, and pero that combination of his voice, lyrics, production, man, like self-control is something else. And not just like for the memes, but you know, self-control is literally like that outro. It's simple, but it works, like, cause how it sounds, and it's insane. And yo escucho like that Dissect podcast. Maybe you're familiar with them.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, that Dissect the Blonde is insane, cause it's like, oh, it's like what you thought you knew about it, no sabe un carajo. So like when I found out about like the meaning or how he made the song or whatever the fuck it was, like I was like, wow, that's insane. Like, that's what music is about, man. Just making you feel, like translating the artist's feelings into, you know, into sound, and to make you feel some type of way. I feel like that's what music is about.
Really
and sharing that.
Yeah, I mean, it is such a good album that he hasn't had to release one. Si nos suelta uno en 2021, 5 years. He survived that album and singles. That is how good it is.
Sí, no, pero eso también es porque un mamabicho, ¿me entiendes?
I mean, we had to wait 4 years from Channel Orange to Blonde.
But that was insane.
I know, pero
the wait was stupid. Like, ahora que se han pasado like 5 years, like, well, 4 years and a half, that they get Blonde salió, and it doesn't feel like that. Like, you know, you don't feel like you need a Frank Ocean album, because obviamente, ¿verdad? Yo digo que un mamabicho, but before then, ¿me entiendes? But ahora, you know, since his brother passed, and you know, he's been like, I'm okay if he doesn't want to drop ever again. He probably will though. Pero me entiende, like, it's not easy, man. I can't imagine what he went through. once he lost his little brother, and like people like almost every day on social media, like, oh, drop. Oh, Frank Ocean deleted his pictures on Instagram. It's time. Time for what? Time to get the guy to la boca, cabrón. Like that's what time. That's what time it is. Like leave him alone. Like if he's gonna drop, everybody's gonna know. Trust.
Exacto.
Like he went through unimaginable things. ¿Entiendes? So I'm okay if he doesn't drop, because with these 4 projects que ha tirado, like that's all those are timeless.
Yeah.
Especially Blonde. ¿Entiendes? Ese es un álbum que va a ser estudiado. Like igual que like somewhat like Doom's albums. Son álbumes que van a ser estudiados, música que va a ser estudiada for like years in the future. So he's probably gonna drop, maybe. Maybe.
Just give him time.
Yeah, exactamente.
Eso que tú mencionas de lo que le pasó, lo de Frank con el hermano, es lo mismo que yo pensé cuando Doom perdió a su hijo. Es como que
yeah.
I wanted an album by him, sea colaborativo o sea solo, since forever, since Nerubian Doom, digo, since West Side Doom EP. Pero cuando supe aquello, I was actually surprised que he did el collab project con Starface. Pero en verdad que Frank, que se toma su tiempo. I'll still cry to Cayendo y Dear April.
Oh man, qué estúpido, cabrón.
And I'll dance to Slide. So
everything, bro. Like Cayendo, este cabrón, bro. He can do whatever he wants. He can literally do whatever. Puede cantar una canción en español y se va al carajo ya. That's literally, I tell my friends this all the time. Like one of my main goals is to be like a Frank Ocean, bro. Like literally, you don't owe anybody nothing. You drop music whenever the fuck you want and leave. You don't need to promote anything. You don't need to be on Twitter. You don't need to be on social media. You can just drop something and leave. Because people are gonna listen to it. That's power. And that's fucking power. Like, that's the goal that you want as an artist. At least for me. Because I don't like social media. I don't like it, I get it, because for artists like us, obviously it's a tool that we need to promote ourselves, spread the word, and I get that. But like, se presta para tantas cosas, bro. It's draining, it's exhausting, and I don't know how people who use it, de la peor manera, can like keep going. Because for me, at least, it's draining. Like, I just be on Twitter, and like without tweeting, I just read, like music news, or say, I see a Rashad never dropping, or like shit like that. Dependent a eso, but no quiero tan pendiente of like, bro, like shit that probably doesn't matter. Okay, there's a lot of things that don't matter on social media that matter, and like it's draining. And people that being like fucking awful people, like saying racist shit and all that. It's only like, bro, that's what you do with your time. Entiendo. And social media se presta para muchas cosas, but at the same time, social media is a great thing. Entiendo. Like, if you use it to your advantage, the right way, not like a cunt, but like, you could go places, and that's like, basically being an independent artist is the go. Again, because of social media, you don't need a record label, and nobody wants a record label these days. Like I'm saying, like, ya que todo el mundo sabe lo que ha pasado, con Frank mismo, like, y hasta con Kanye recientemente, like, ningún artist wants to be in a record label, al menos que el record label sean pana type shit, que sean like good people and mean no harm.
Yeah, que sea como que
the fine lines, bro.
Que sea como con Top Dog, con Griselda type of thing.
Sí, aunque Top Dog también son unos mamabichos a veces, bro. Like, Top Dog son unos cabrones, bro. Like, my brother, dude, like everybody is gonna drop this year. It has to be. Because if Kendrick nor Isaiah nor César tiran este año, I'm gonna literalmente no sé, ahora voy a bloquear a todos. Because Isaiah, cause you wanna talk about Frank, bro? Frank and Isaiah are the most, the two, because ya Cardi tiró, you know, pero lo que Frank and Isaiah are the two most wanted, and Kendrick, the three most wanted albums. ¿Lo entiendes? Que el día que ellos tiren, the world is gonna freeze. Va a ser una apocalypse. Kratos va a salir del carajo, estar matando a todos los dioses puertorriqueños. Because, like, literalmente, no entiendo. Like, Kendrick was supposed to drop in April, imagínate. So fuck Corona también. Fuck Corona for many reasons. Frank was supposed to perform on Coachella, bro.
Yeah, that's very true. Fíjate, yo...
Pero,
I would like to see them drop, all of them. Isaiah, Kendrick, Frankie,
el mismo día,
SZA.
like all of them.
I mean, sure.
Mismo día.
Sure. Tírense un smash ahí, free for all. Pero I would also want to see Absol, porque Absol hace tiempo que no...
También. Yeah, for sure. And we did el otro día about it, que él va a tirar. So, o algo así, like he like, you know, he no dijo que iba a tirar, pero lo dijo indirectamente. So, por eso everybody in Top Dog va a tirar, yo creo, este año.
Ojalá también J-Rock también, J-Rock.
Yeah, por eso, like, I feel like everyone, like Kendrick, Isaiah, no sé si Schoolboy.
Schoolboy yo creo que está como que el tiro like last year o el año antepasado, so, no sé.
But like, it would be insane if they do that, like the year of TDE. It sería like amazing. I mean, like they won't be able to tour. I mean, at least for now.
Yeah.
You know, if Corona, eso fuera like one of the best like tours ever.
Obligado. Me encanta que mencionaste lo de basically dropping your work and being a recluse or going on tour, yeah. Because that's literally my goal as an artist too. Como que la única razón por la que quiero estar en social media is either to just drop the project y que la gente sepa, or to get to know more independent artists de la escena aquí. Porque en verdad que too much time on social media puede ser un crical. So.
Demasiado, man. And sometimes you just can't help it. A veces tú estás like ahí por un buen tiempo y you're like, wait, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
¿Entiendes? Que como que, y también la gente es bien mala, bro. Like, people are weird as fuck. Holy shit. Like, no solamente, like, you know, gringo, like, online, but, like, gente de aquí. People are weird here, bro. Like, they're dumb. I don't know, people are stupid. I'm sorry, bro. Like, people are just stupid, a veces. Because I'm not the smartest motherfucker, but I have fucking common decency and common sense. Hay gente que habla de mierdas que doesn't make any sense y hablan estupideces, bro. Like, you know, talking about women some type of way, like, bro, like, ella no te debe nada. Like, it's just weird. Like, bien mente cerrada.
Sí,
like I always said that there's a lot of people in esta isla that are like crazier than de nuestra edad. Son bien like, mente cerrada. Por ejemplo, cuando there's this artist, creo que se llama, ¿cómo se llama ella? Villano Antillano, creo que se llama ella.
Ah, sí, cuando salieron las noticias estas nuevas de que...
Bro, that was like... what the fuck was that? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, ¿en carajo? Why do you waste your time going online and write that type of shit? Like, they're literally like, you know, we're artists out here trying to survive and trying to make a name for ourselves. It's not like just because, you know, you feel uncomfortable with that, like, fuck you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like, entiendo, la gente aquí son bien frágiles. And
y la cosa es que lo más probable es they haven't even listened to Villano's music.
No, más seguro no. Because they just saw that, you know, that she was a she. Y como que, but wait, shut up. Like, that's not, you know, that's the thing, man. Like, y son gente rastreada.
Sadly.
Like,
Yeah.
esos son gente que, you know, their parents como los crían, type shit. Eso viene de la casa.
Yeah,
That's and that sucks. Pero en verdad, like Dios sabe que no me ha puesto a alguien así, like, de cara, bro. O no me ha puesto, like, cause mira que yo estaba por meterle un falcon knee to the face a alguien. Holy shit. Like, yo se lo digo a my friends all the time, papi. Oh, my Lord knows porque no me ha dejado meterle un rodillazo a alguien en la garganta. Cause,
un Captain Falcon punch type of shit.
ay, bendito, sí. A nombre de él. Pero, man, pero a la misma vez como que, you know, that's social media. I can imagine what Drake goes through, or, you know, the Frank, you know, all these big artists go through.
Yeah.
They don't be on social media. Frank was a prime example of that.
Yeah.
Tuvo ese gran privado for like years. Y somehow it didn't get leaked, or like nadie se metía, ¿me entiendes? Nadie sabía. So, yeah, man, pero like we got social media para eso mismo, just, you know, to focus on our craft and, like, you know, just tratar para eso mismo también, either to a ver who's dropping news, music news, lo que sé yo, or maybe me promoting my shit, or dropping something, or whatever the fuck, anunciar algo.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
about it. That's about it.
We're on the same page on that level. Mano, ya que mencionamos a Villano brevemente, based on what you've seen through social media or experienced presencialmente, ¿cómo ves la escena independiente en Puerto Rico, y who are some of the artists that you would like to work with in the future?
Honestly, man, I've always been down to work with anyone, type shit, ¿me entiendes? To be, you want me to be honest?
As honest as you want to.
Okay, but mira, I would love to stop producing. Like, bro, not literally, but oh man, it's like, cause sometimes it's just you, like, ¿me entiendes? Because soy yo, like, I do everything, type shit, and not to suck my own dick or anything, but I produce, I do everything. No me quedo, cause you know that's better. The more you know, ¿me entiendes? Pero a la misma vez, you would love to work with other people that may know better than you, y que tú aprendas de ellos, type shit. ¿Me entiendes? Like, you know, production wise, ¿me entiendes? Que alguien te ayude, like a producer que sepa bien cabrón, y like, oh yeah, like, ¿me entiendes? Yo le expliqué algo, and he knows, or they know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I learned from that, ¿me entiendes? And, so that would be dope, like, working with other producers, ¿me entiendes? Like, I would love that, because, a veces como que tú estás, like, tú mismo. So it's like, there's not enough heads. Pause.
Ay, puñeta. I was gonna say.
like you just, you know, cause like that fluyen mejor when there's like a lot of, ¿me entiendes? Ideas bouncing off of each other.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's a lot that goes, you know, goes smoother, and muchas ideas mejores crecen de eso. So like, por eso que a veces, like, yeah, I applaud you for your work ethic, because a veces yo, like, ahora el año nuevo, because, you know, I'm excited, y, you know, to work on new shit. Tengo planeado tirar maybe 2 EPs this year. Que ya yo tengo los cover arts en mente, ya los 2 cover arts about it. Because I'm like that, bro. Like, el cover yo lo tenía en mente desde, like, septiembre. Y ahora fue que vengo que, I'm gonna drop an EP, ¿me entiendes? Because I'm like that. Like, I always, like, I screenshot with my mind at some points, que como que lo uso for reference. So, Yeah, I'm working. I'm gonna. Well, I am working on 2 EPs. Uno adelante, uno. But the plan is to drop two. And yeah, I was very hype y entonces para este año. Y obviamente cuando tú me escribiste, me escribiste ayer, I was like, well, this is, this is part of the plan. But then this is like indirectamente, it's like the world, the universe, whatever. It's telling me, oh, yeah, you just gotta keep going. Okay? Yeah, you gotta keep doing what you're doing. At least for my EP, because I have a collective, but we never dropped shit. We were planning on dropping, or I'm working, but Corona, está cabrón. Because the magic of making or working on a project es estar todo junto, And no es lo mismo, because I was like, oh, let's all get on Discord y hablamos, and I'll share my screen y escuchamos. It's not the same. Cause it's not the same. I tried at least, but it was just, and I get it. A lot of us were going through shit. No se podían conectar al momento, etc. So como que, we'll leave it for when the time is right. But yeah, I do have a collective, and some of the members, musically at least, I want them to be on the EP, on one of, if not both or one of my EPs that they're working on. So, yeah. By the way, the name of our collective in Monte Carlo.
Oh, shit. Okay, ya te iba a preguntar where does the...
Yeah.
Para que vean en Spotify, tu buscar record label y te dice eso, pues. I was gonna ask.
Yeah, exactamente.
Awesome. Are you guys on social media too, o eso todavía no se abrió?
Yeah, we do have a Twitter, but it's and an Instagram, but like, it's like, yo subía, like, cuando yo subí rumores, yo subía, ¿me entiendes? La página de Monte Carlo también. Pero, como no he subido más nada, I haven't dropped, like, anything, y qué sé yo, but, like, por eso ha estado, like, ahí en blanco type shit. Pero, a lot of people, like, some people follow it, like, a lot of, supporters follow it, y qué sé yo. But, yeah, like, I wouldn't know, no sabría decirte para cuándo sería that we get to work on a project de Monte Carlo, but for sure, like, there's gonna be, like, a lot of it. Like, music no solamente mía, pero, like, Monte Carlo, even de los members, individuales. So.
Super nice.
Yeah.
Hablaste un poquito, se me olvidó preguntarte esto ahorita earlier, porque nos fuimos en otros temas, pero ahora es a perfect time to do it, porque mencionaste un poquito sobre your creative process y hablaste sobre el cover art. So, first off, mencionaste que part of the creative process for a bedroom artist was que te pasaste mucho tiempo durante María escribiendo. So, primero te pregunto, what was the creative process behind Bedroom Artist? Segundo, el cover art, who did it? Y tercero, pues te hago otra pregunta, que va a ser relacionada también al creative process.
Okay, pues, first off, shout out Danny. Danny is one of the members of Monte Carlo. I met him en la universidad, yo estudié en UPR Carolina. And I met him there, and ¿me entiendes? En la UPR Carolina, there's this area where, like, you play video games, we on Smash, hardcorely, like, to the core.
Que se pasan gritando toda la pendeja.
Bobby, para tournaments and shit, like, I don't know, like, some real shit. Y yo me defendía, because by ese tiempo I was a crack addict as well to Smash. So, like, I can relate to an extent, but it was more like, they were like, se encojonaban. And I was, and I had fun, como que a mí me partían el culo, and I'm like, pero para ellos, it was like, oh, run it back. Pero esa área, pues, I met Danny, and he was one of the first people that mentioned, like, I guess, because I knew people already, no PR when I got there, but it was like the real the first friend that I made I didn't know. So he played Smash against you, but he wasn't like no le metía like ass, como estos cabrones. but we, but he was like easy to talk to, and and fast forward, I told him, and he knew that I was an artist, and like él editaba fotos, etc. So, we already developed this friendship and all that. Entonces, when I told him, I'm gonna drop an EP in Abril. So, I already have a cover art in mind. Y qué sé yo. So, funny enough, that was in my room, by the way. So, for me, in mi cuarto, and we took a lot of pictures. And they were kind of, like some of them were ass. So, cuando él está editando, because I already have the idea for the cover, the stacked pictures on a white background, simple as fuck. So cuando ya he makes it, y yo estoy en Instagram, like I'm gonna post it. Y sabes cuando tú buscas una foto en Instagram, sale like cuadrado, like cropped.
Yeah.
Que no sale like la foto completa.
Yeah.
So una de las fotos que él me tomó, yo lo estoy viendo en el crop y yo como que, Dani, cabrón. I think we found the cover art. Literally, es de un ángulo raro. It's like a weird angle. Like, ahorita sí que te la mando para que veas, like, como lo que iba a ser la foto de verdad to how it turned to what we chose it to be, ¿me entiendes? It was a different angle. Y se veía tan cabrón. And like, y me di cuenta, because it was a big picture. Era, it was a large picture. So, cuando Instagram cropped it right there. Que donde salgo yo acostado y se ve, like, el GameCube controller, whatever. So, like, yeah. And that's how it turned out. So, shout out Instagram. But, because if it wasn't for that, we would have picked the fucking, the other one. So, pero Danny editó todo. Danny, he helped me a lot, and then not just with the pictures and editing all that, pero like yo le mandaba, oh god, like how does this sound? And then he was like that, because yo solo podía mandar a my homies, and then my best friends and all that, pero they weren't in this, me entiende que like ya Danny está conmigo like working on better artists since day uno. So they're not like in the realm, so to speak. So mandárselo a Danny ya sabía como que, oh, yes. Or, ¿me entiendes? Ya yo sabía que él podía mandársela, qué sé yo, a 5 de la mañana. And he would listen to it a las 5 de la mañana. And, yeah, so shout out Danny, man. For real. And let me see if because I don't remember his Instagram, if you don't mind me shouting him out.
Sure.
I think it's Danny_Felix, and like he's a great editor. And then he goes hard in the paint for real. So shout out Danny. Entonces pues that's how the cover art was made. Entonces en cuanto a the creative process, pues like yo me dije a mí mismo y a Danny como que esto fue en enero, like a year ago literally. Yo dije a él como que I'm gonna drop a project. I'm gonna drop my first EP in April. So, y dije que iba a empezar en febrero. No sé por qué carajo dije eso. Pero like, era enero ya. I was like, no, I'm gonna start in February. Para abril. So, una vez que digo February, that was non-stop shit. Como que I remember the last 2 weeks, like, of March. I dropped it April 26th. Entonces, in March, when I finally terminé to record all of it on April 1st, I think. So everything after that was mixing and all that bullshit that nobody cares about. y la parte más tediosa de toda, the mixing. So, oh my lord, man, that was intense. That was like the hardest. Like, yo estaba tan desgastado, yo parecía un fucking vegetable after, and my ears were like out of it. Where, parecía que se metieron like 15 rounds with with Logan Paul, and like no podían más. But I mean, it was great, man. Like I tapped, and like, also, it was great looking back now, but while I was working on it, like I was going through a lot of shit. And not to sound like every other artist. Oh yeah, I was going through shit while making this project, and that's why the project sounds like how it is. You wouldn't understand if you don't, not to sound like that, but I was I was really going through numerous things, and not like bad, like horrible things, like oh my god, like my fucking foot broke or something, but it was more like personal shit that I had to let go of. The Yeah, and the most challenging thing was the mixing and recording, because I didn't have like the best microphone. Now I do. I have a way better fucking microphone. Because back then I had like a budget mic, and like my voice probably didn't sound the way I would want it to. But I feel like that's just part of what bedroom artist is. Oh my god, like everything that I went through, and I laid it down there in that project, and it was very challenging, but I took it all in and then the pause again, but and I embraced it, man. I embraced the process, and I haven't worked that hard in all my life, and that's when I realized I want to do this shit forever. I want to make music forever, because the feeling when you're mixing or when you're recording or when you're done recording, lo que falta en mixing is like, I'm almost, ¿me entiendes? Like, maybe the challenging part ya se fue, que like escribir and record. So like, lo que falta en mixing. So, that's another shit show in itself. But yeah, man, but like, I don't remember what, because I remember one time que it was the last song que me faltaba to record, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the verse que escribí, qué sé yo. Entonces lo estaba mandando, so mandé a BC, because también Benito, like, I was talking to him a lot through the process of, yo le enseñaba y le mandaba, like, rough drafts and all that. Entonces, pues, cuando ya estaba terminando esa última canción de record, yo se la mando, and he's like, I don't know, and that's because I was feeling that. O sea, cuando like tú piensas algo, pero you don't feel it hasta que alguien te lo confirma, es como que okay, thank you, because I knew this shit would last. So let me try again.
Yeah.
So yo estuve like, no dormí ese día, because eso era like a las 2 de la mañana y yo no dormí. I was like, because when I was trying to get some sleep in my mind, I was like, I need to finish this. So no puedo dormir, y se me ocurrió algo ahí mismo, me levanté de mi cama, lo escribí, and me senté a record. Y yo creo que eso fue, that was the last song on the EP, Falling in Place, yeah. Like, it was so fucking, que hablo bien tedioso, cabrón. Falling in Place y Behind Me. Like, eso fueron like de la última que grabé, because like I wanted the verse, especially Behind Me, because Behind Me is like de la única, yo creo que la única that had like a boom bap, like a hip hop, like rap, drums and shit, like a que I like to lay a verse and go crazy on it. So I wanted to come correct, and then I didn't want it to be like cool. And that's why I was like pushing myself more on that. It was like, damn, no, it needs to be better. It has to be a better verse. And I'm not a rapper. Like I'm not a. Also, everybody can rap, but not everyone's a good rapper. And like I'm a decent rapper. I'm getting better, but I'm not like, it takes me a while to write something good. Es como que al momento I can go off top y rimarte like 10 cosas con orange. Pero yeah, and like it was great looking back. And the best part of it was like, cause I did like a listening party on Discord. So like hicimos una lista, cause yo puse una encuesta que sea like who wants to be. I'm doing a listening party en la noche de bedroom artist. So, pero almuerza a las 12, pero el listening party hace como a las 8 o 9. So if they want to be part of it, and a lot of people said yes. So yo le estaba invitando, mandando la invitación al Discord server que hicimos to the people. And a lot of people fucking showed up. It was insane. And the most beautiful part of it was like how they were all like, because obviously I know all of them, but they don't know themselves because like some of them were like my homies, some of them were mutuals, de Twitter, una mezcla de. So and they were all like interacting, going, oh, this is great. Oh, that's my favorite part. Oh, that's my favorite part too. Y yo viendo eso, I'm like, well, that's beautiful. That's great. Like that was like the best part out of all of that afterwards. So okay, people loving and reacting to it, and at least for the listening party. Y ni se diga cuando it dropped, like a lot of people shared it. Ahí cuando Tommy Blanco me dio follow y me escribió, and I didn't know, entiendo, because I'm not that familiar with the scene. So cuando me escribe, and I'm like, damn, like, and then not everyone me da follow and takes the time a escribirme aparte y decirme yo, this is good, ¿me entiendes? So I appreciated that. Entonces cuando vi que él hacía música también, I was like, well, God, diggity damn, bro, te le metes cabrón también. Tommy is a very, very good artist, man. Like, literally, the world, like, it's unlimited. Whatever, what he wants to do. Like, he can do so many things. Pero volviendo, but yeah, like, a lot of people shared, a lot of people le encantó on Instagram. Like, I was overwhelmed. I was like 4 in the morning, like, I was listening to the EP and Spotify, dándome myself some streams. y viendo y contestándole, like, for 3 hours straight, contestándole a la gente. It was beautiful. It was like, that's what it's about. Honestly, as an artist, that's fulfilling. That's like, you just want to keep going. So that was a pretty time. Ese momento. That's one of my highlights of last year, for sure.
Sí, que a pesar que no fue un show presencial, se sintió como un show presencial to some extent.
Sí, mano, like, it was insane. Que como you're like, damn. And it's funny enough, because yo tenía, like, there was this plan that I was going to perform, like, en un negocio en Río. No sé si era el ensayo, I don't remember where it was. Yo creo que era el ensayo. And because somebody told me, como que Calimano, I don't know if you're familiar with him, but Calimano's the homie, and he's making music también, he's insane. Pero él para ese tiempo, like, we started talking for the first time because he listened to Good Morning. That was my first single off of the EP. Entonces escuché el EP and I was like, estuvimos hablando like una madrugada entera. We were just talking la madrugada, casually, right? A las 5 de la mañana. And me estaba diciendo que él trabajaba en uno de esos negocios. I'm sorry if I don't remember, Carimano, pero él trabajaba en uno de esos negocios y me dio y nosotros hacíamos this thing where we invited local artists y estaría brutal, pero Corona happened y pues that sucked. Fuck you, Corona. But I did got to do a performance recently. Antes que se acababa el año, I did like an Instagram live performance, and a lot of people showed up también, so that was pretty fucking dope también.
Super nice. Ya hablamos del proceso creativo. Ahorita mencionaste cómo te trató la cuarentena y toda la cosa, pero again, la cuarentena, recientemente sacaste un EP, un single. So, has the quarantine affected your creative process de una manera negativa, o has podido trabajar bastante en los EPs que mencionaste ahorita?
En verdad que yeah, I mean, no me afectó, I wouldn't say negatively, but I feel like, because when las clases online, you have to be in front of the computer, basically. So, that was there, y pues, I feel like I didn't affected me negatively, pero es que, like, I didn't, no, o sea, because after bedroom artist, you know, yo estaba, like, cogiendo, like, a break, because I pushed myself bien, cabrón. And, you know, for that summer, you know, because yo estudié hasta julio-ish. Y, you know, that summer I was, like, focusing on, you know, the studio and all that, you know, as someone who should. Y, you know, I guess it didn't, honestly. The thing is, I feel like it didn't, but I just didn't work. And then after I dropped, you know, I worked on Swirling, and that was like the last single I did. And, but no, I feel like para mí, no. If anything, like, the bad thing was it, que, like, no podía invitar, like, the homies para grabar, or, like, si querían venir y chill mientras I work on shit or whatever. That's, like, the bad thing of it. And I guess it pudo haber, because para ese verano, we were, like, planning on working on Monte Carlo shit. So, ¿me entiendes? Que al corona pasar y no puede encontrarnos, pues, like, eso atrasó todo. Y, but I decided to just drop a single, qué sé yo, and maybe drop another one. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna just finish the semester, o sea, el trimestre, and, like, you know, go to the next year, like, fresh, like, new, like, refreshed, basically. But eso hice performance, como que, like, just to end the era, como que the bedroom artist, and start new.
Gotcha. Sí, sí. Como que let's close this chapter y let's start fresh next year.
Yeah, like, vamos de nuevo, but, like, differently now.
Gotcha. Those are pretty much all the questions, but there's gonna be a bonus one. Ya en medio.
Oh.
Before that, though, your social media para que la gente sepa.
Twitter, Kevin Everything. No, Kev Everything. Instagram, Kevin Everything, completo. YouTube, Monte Carlo. Spotify, you know, you can search me by Kevin Everything. I have links in my bios de mis social media as well. Te va a poder encontrar mi música and, you know, what you know, lo que hago. That is music. If you don't know at this point what I do, but yes, I make music. And yeah, like, I make music, and I'm happy to be able to make music, and I'm glad that people support me. You know, it's what motivates us. You know, it's what makes us keep going. The support, the love and genuine support. So the love and genuine support that I received last year was insane, and I just can't wait to, like, be better. You know, that's what matters at the end of the day, is to be better. So yeah.
Obligado. Okay, now the bonus question. Do you want it to be the stereotypical question I ask at the end of every podcast, or do you want it to be the different question that popped into my mind right now?
Damn. I mean, ya me la diste fácil. You said the stereotypical questions. I go, like, I don't know about that. This is what you always ask at the end of the conversation, right?
The stereotypical one? Muchas veces es
no, like, do you ask this, like, oh, do you want the stereotypical question, or do you want a question? No, this, okay.
Yeah.
But no, question de ahora, fuck that. Question. Yeah, fuck a stereotypical motherfucker, you know.
Okay, cool. You're still producing your own beats, pero you have to make an EP made of 3 songs, sampling music from Super Smash. So, cada canción tiene que tener un sample de alguna canción de Smash Bros. What series are you picking?
Damn, that's nasty. Oh, fuck. I guess because of this, I feel like Nintendo's gonna, like, arrestarme or algo. But, Wow. Oh, that's a great. I'm glad I picked this question. A franchise.
Y no puedes repetir, like, por
No, but
ejemplo.
okay, like I like not in order, ¿me entiendes? Not in order, but like Metroid,
Super nice.
Final Fantasy,
Obligado.
holy cow,
Concordamos ahí.
and oh man, yellow bro. I'm in between. Oh, I'm in between Fire Emblem, Star Fox. Oh man, it sucks. What a horrible question. Never mind. No, I feel like Fire Emblem. Because Fire Emblem, like there has to be like some soul into those samples. There has to be something, some vocal samples, some choir shit.
Super nice.
But yeah, I feel like Final Fantasy, Metroid, and Fire Emblem for sure.
So, some guitars / epic music con fantasy. Some
Yeah,
ominous, ambient, dark, atmospheric con Metroid.
yeah,
Y some orchestral, vocal type of music con Fire Emblem.
yeah. Obligado. Like eso va a ser un despingue, pero a beautiful despingue if anything.
Yeah. Very interesting choices. Very interesting choices.
Y tú, like, what would you pick?
I'd pick Final Fantasy, ese estaría ahí. Probably Mega Man, because I'm just a Mega Man stan since I was a kid.
Right.
And last option, I'm not a Metal Gear guy. Y just to get a surprise, but I would go Metal Gear a ver qué es la que hay ahí.
Fíjate, I forgot about Snake. Fuck. That's a good one. I should like Metal Gear. Tiene like a very good fucking like underrated soundtrack. Especialmente en Smash, like el mapa is so good. Like la canciones.
Yeah. Yo me I've never played a video game de Metal Gear Solid.
I mean, yo tampoco.
Yeah. Sorry, MSG fans, but I know that ante it was very como que you had to be secret about the whole shit. But then the story got a little goofy in some ways. Pero you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about a robotic, a fucking Terminator, Snake. I don't know. Some bullshit pasó ahí.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I love it when sometimes franchises don't take themselves too seriously and just embrace the weird.
just do whatever the fuck they, it is what it is.
Yeah. Fíjate, fuck me. Oh, goddamn. Si pudiese reemplazar, cogería Dragon Quest.
Ooh, damn. Fuck. Yeah. I mean, well, if anything, I'd replace Fire Emblem with Dragon Quest, actually, if I had to. Tendría que compararlo. But yeah, but Dragon Quest, mwah.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
Si ya acaso fuese a reemplazar Mega Man, pues sería either Street Fighter or King of Fighters.
Oh,
Porque me gusta esos 80s rock soundtracks que yo le ponían antes.
Right. No, y tú dices King of Fighters, I forgot fucking Street Fighter. Like, I haven't Street Fighter fucking también. To sample. Well, who hasn't sampled the fucking
Perfect.
Kanye sample? Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, so it's there. But that was a fucking great question. What was the other question? What was the stereotypical question? I'm curious.
Oh, the stereotypical question is la que se la jobe a Snoop Dogg. So, you're stranded on an island with 3 albums to entertain yourself. What are they?
3 albums to entertain myself.
Yeah. On a stranded island, like Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, like no food, but like albums.
Yeah.
3 albums.
Music
like
is your food.
Music is my food.
Yeah, music is your food.
Oh man, it has to be because of the internet. My Childish Gambino. I feel like if anything, should be my top 3. Let me think this right. Yeah, I feel like yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay, it would be Blonde, Jesus, and because of the internet. Those are my top 3. And if I have to switch one, sería maybe Jesus. Y pongo My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Ooh, buddy,
yeah.
you got me now.
Jesus! Ew, what the? My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
No, yeah, I mean, I like Yeezus, pero cuando supe de influences, que eran Death Grips y todo eso, pues me gustó más Death Grips que Yeezus como tal.
You listen to Death Grips?
Yeah, I love the shit out of them.
You love JPEG?
Yeah, Peggy's the shit.
I love Peggy. Yeah, I love Peggy. Like, literalmente también influenced me, like, en cuanto, like, drums and shit. He goes, like, those drum selection is crazy. I'm a drum whore. Like, I'm a slut for drums. Like, I just love it. Like, Peggy's drum selection is insane. Like, it's bangs always.
¿Cuál es el nombre que le dicen a cada gato? Lo comparan con MC Wright, pero no me acuerdo el nombre que le dice.
yeah, he doesn't like that shit. Como lo comparado.
Sí.
He hated it.
De hecho, ya que mencionas que you're a sucker for drums, would you ever consider playing drums per se, like una batería
in real
como
life?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. But eso le hizo a lot of people. Okay, I can't wait to get drums and piano. I want to learn. Oh yeah. But drums for sure. Like holy shit, I would like break all of them. Yo creo. but I'll learn to play them, of course, because like en canciones como las de Tame Impala and these bands or like indie musicians, como que like their drums are like so like it's just insane. I love it. I love like every type of drums, like fast pace, boom bap, everything. Like it's insane. I love it. I love it all. Drums carry the beat in my opinion.
Yeah, but, indeed they do. Si no son los drums, el bass.
Yeah, exactamente.
So, lo más probable el día que te los compres te va a pasar como Whiplash, que estás ahí como que rompiéndote los dedos a cada rato, pero...
Yeah, I'm gonna need like an old dude, like que me diga like bitch, slut, F-word. Yo llorar. Like, yeah, I might have to do that, because, you know, he became godlike. So, like, if that's what you have to, if all you have to do is take shit from an old dude, then, like, you know, whatever, you know. It's an everyday thing anyways.
Yeah. Que te tira ahí como que parte del drum set por encima.
No, yeah, me lo petan el ojo. Yeah, ahí sí que se jodió todo, you know. That's not part of the script.
Exacto.
Yeah, I only me apunté for bloodied hands. That's about it. Y recibir mierda de un old dude. That's a great movie. I love both of them. They're great actors.
Verdad que sí.
Él se la comió. Especialmente él, like, I forgot his name. Pero el que hace del maestro se comió la película.
No,
I'm glad that I think he got an Oscar for it, yo creo, y todo. Like, this is great. It's fucking great.
Verdad que sí. Entonces, final question.
Okay.
Sephiroth reveal. ¿Cómo te fue eso?
Oh, bro. Like, you know, because I haven't played Snap. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't played Snap desde like Julio. Because, like, because no tenía con quién jugar, en online me la explotaba. O sea, porque a veces yo la guiaba con cojones, o a veces esta gente era bien estúpida, haciendo, like, cheesy shit, y me ganaba, y yo me encojonaba. So like...
Como que they would spam a movie, ¿ya?
Oh, bro, like... Bro, cuando pedían a Kirby, te chupaban. Y te tiraban para abajo. And you didn't have a good recovery, motherfucker, so you're dead. So, shit like that, stupid shit. Pero, yeah, like, no tengo con quién jugar, los panas, like, no estaban motivados as much. Y pues salió Ming, salió esto, you know, salió Steve. And I wasn't, like, hyped for it at all, to be honest. Pero cuando salió Sephiroth, I meant to, like, I haven't. Please don't, no me cuelgues en la cara y no borre este episodio y nunca lo suba, please. But I never played Final Fantasy. I haven't played a Final Fantasy game.
Don't worry, dude. Don't worry.
Oh, fuck. Ya se fue para el carajo la entrevista. But yeah, I never played. But it's like Doom. Going back to Doom, it's like one of those things that you never intended, you haven't dived into, but you know how great it is. Because all my friends around me when I was growing up loved the fuck. Igual que Kingdom Hearts, loved the shit out of them games. ¿Entiendes? And I knew how great they were thanks to them. ¿Entiendes? But cuando Final Fantasy VII, no lo he jugado todavía, de todo lo jugué. But I saw it, I was hyped for it. It looks fucking good. It looks fucking amazing. But yeah, I know that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel like I let you down.
Don't worry, dude. Don't worry.
No, but like cuando vi eso, and I was like, because a lot of, because I have a secret Twitter and I follow like gaming shit, like the Smash scene and whatever. Entonces, but a lot of people that hace tiempo were wanting Sephiroth to be in it. Y pues, when it got revealed, everybody was like, janking their anuses and shit, and like we're fucking like coming all over the place because of Sephiroth. It's pretty insane. So there's a friend of one of my best friends. He loves Final Fantasy, and he was like, I was like, oh, they just revealed Sephiroth, fucking cool. And he was like, oh, but you don't know about Final Fantasy, Kevin. I'm like, well, shut up, cunt. I know who Sephiroth is. Because a lot of the Smashers wanted him to be in it. So fuck you, Luis. I love you, Luis. But yeah, and he's over. I haven't played him. I haven't seen like much of his gameplay, but they say that he's fucking OP. I don't know.
Sí, eso he visto. Es que pues, la espada alone, it is so fucking long.
Bro, it's like, carajo. That's what vi like his sword. Yeah, me imagino, like Luis told me, yeah, that his sword that I see that like is big, in the game. It's not like a Smash thing, like it's a pretty big sword. Y que like, pero holy fuck, yo he visto like algunos clips, or like él haciendo el move, like an up air and whatever, like his sword again, like wow. I'm not gonna say it again, but it's huge,
Yeah. Pause.
Si no lo iba a decir yo, solo lo iba a decir tú.
You can either say pause or say that's what she said, so, whichever joke you prefer.
Either which.
Exacto. Hermano, again, your social media para ir cerrando.
Kevin Everything, Instagram at Kevin Everything, and Twitter at Kev Everything. Porque hay un cabrón old motherfucker que no usa Twitter del 2014, tiene Kevin Everything, and I try to fucking like, ¿cómo se dice? Like, not block and report him. And like I haven't won that case after to this day, so I'm Kev Everything. So yeah, on Twitter Kev Everything, Instagram Kevin Everything, and any streaming platform Kevin Everything as well. And yeah, man.
Awesome. But mano, first off, it's been an awesome conversation.
No, I can say the same thing.
Segundo, thanks for saying yes. O sea, te fue de un día para otro.
Bro,
super nice.
Bro, are you kidding me? It's fucking fun. Like, it's you, dude. Like, it's funny because yo siempre decía que ya mismo me toca. Sooner or later me va a tocar. Él va a escribirme one of these days. It's gonna happen. So I'm but seriously, I'm very glad that I was genuinely happy when I escribí. I woke up, I just had woken up. Primero que on my phone is Daddy, no way. That's insane. So I was very happy, man. I was very, I told everyone, I told my girl, I told my homies, and, Yeah, this is my first interview. So, and then that is something that you should feel special about. I'm kidding. Because people are gonna go back in the archives with Kevin everything in a couple of years. They're like, damn, esta la primera entrevista. No, but it's been man, it's been great. You're great at what you do, and ¿me entiendes? It's great that ¿me entiendes? That you're putting the days off because your work ethic is insane. So it's okay to have breaks and shit, but nobody's doing it like you. Por lo menos aquí, man. So what kind of fucking cocksucker would I be to say no to an interview with Fen?
Thanks, dude. Thank you. Tercero, pa'lante. I love what you're doing. Me gusta que estás experimentando mucho con los sonidos. So,
thank you.
Pa'lante como un elefante, como dicen.
Yes, sir.
Y lastly but not least, mascarilla, distanciamiento, all that good stuff. Stay healthy, my friend.
Yeah, brother, stay healthy, man. You and your loved ones as well. I hope that you have a great year. I hope that you fulfill everything you set your mind to with the annual, not just this year, bro, like in life in general, man. There's a lot of great things that we're capable of, and if you keep going like this, bro, you're gonna interview me again one day. So
we're gonna do it again, confía. Y esa vez va a ser presencial.
I can't wait. Oh, bro, I can't wait for that. I can't wait, dude, for sure.
Awesome, man, awesome. Awesome blossom, como diría Michael Scott.
Awesome blossom, dude.
Hermano, once again, thank you. Su nombre es Kevin Everything. Está así en todas las redes sociales y los streaming platforms where the music can be found. Once again, brother, muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias a ti, man. Have a great day.
Igual, brother.